That's honestly the best opportunity for anybody to straight up kill you in the aftermath of an engagement, because they know that you blew as many cooldowns as possible to secure that kill. So it's always a good idea to check the minimap for any potential threats after an all-in. So I had enough gold for Blade of the Ring King, so I went ahead and bought it. I also got myself a couple potions and a ward. Contrary to popular belief, AD carries should fucking buy wards. It's actually a pretty crucial part of their shit. This dude is pretty dead. But yeah, I adjusted my items as I was walking back, so I know a lot of AD carry mains have some serious issues with actives, because I mean, like, why would I need an active? I'm an AD carry, but I put Blade of the Ring King on 1, so that I can use it simultaneously with Tumble. You know, the keys are directly above each other. So they're gonna try to fight me right here. I have my ultimate, so I can very easily turn. You have no idea where I went. I went ahead and sucked some movement speed out of the mouth fight. I'm kiting this guy here. So his idea is to run, but Night Hunter is the best fucking passive in the game, and I ended up outplaying him. That's generally how you should be playing Vayne. Like, she has the potential to 1v2 very well, as long as you use the repositioning mechanics of her ulti to mitigate and avoid damage while still consistently returning damage. And it's really, really crucial as part of her utilizing her ultimate to reposition between every single auto attack and using Tumble. I mean, a rule of thumb is to use Tumble whenever it's up, but sometimes it's better for you to remain in stealth. Like, you'll have seen that at the beginning of that engagement, I stayed stealth for quite a bit and kept them guessing as to where I am. And, which is always a really awesome mechanic of me. And another thing I just did right there was Malphite was walking up to the wave. He had no real reason to be there, so I punished him. So their mid laner is missing right now, so this is actually an inherent risk of me being here. Especially with how long my final hour cooldown is, meaning my ultimate. That is the only real ability that you have available that will, you know, let you turn a fight of which you are actually outnumbered. But you see how I'm making it a habit here to always be punishing them if they're overextended when they shouldn't be. That's just fundamentals of AD carry laning. Like, you should always be punishing people and forcing them to be scared to really move up. Unless, you know, they do more damage than you, in which case you want to stay back and only be in the wave when you need to be. Just like I'm punishing this movement floor.
I smell black magics. I hear the innocent cry.
So, this is also the habit I was trying to get a lot of Vayne players into, which is canceling the last like 30% of our auto attack animation. It's really, really crucial for being able to zone really well. I fucked up here. So you see how I held my stealth for quite a while there, my ultimate. Okay, so he just tried to ulti away. I'm going down here, trying to chase some movement. My Night Hunter passive is currently active. Okay, so he just missed a skill shot, so I pretty much know I have this. The only way that he possibly could have won that engagement would have been if he had gotten his Q on me and stopped me from auto-attacking the close gap. But he tried to use it on me, and he messed up right there, which is why I continued to chase him confidently. So, in League of Legends, surprisingly, life advantage is not the like end-all be-all of when you're fighting another person. It really isn't. Life advantage only means something when cooldowns have been expended. So at that point, then and there, Amumu and I were actually pretty much even HP. But it didn't matter, to me at least, because he had used his Q on trying to catch me. So that was a mistake on my part right there. Dodge his bandage. Okay, so I actually made him dead right here. I was forced to use Q. But I know that their ultimate is down. I know that I can use Condemn to create a gap. And I'm hugging minions and forcing him to take extra damage, and I'm pretty much just trying to punish him for any instance of which he's inside my minions. So what I did right there was I was constantly cutting the Malphite and auto attacking for every single step he took forward. Like, you know, good AD carry mechanics. And then the second he turned around, I flashed forward and my Blade of the Rune comes up. And I used that to slow and secure the last auto attack on him. Generally, you want to treat your flash like as a complete and utter last resort. Like, it's a really long cooldown. Like, I'm putting my mouse over. It's 300 seconds. That's 3 or 5 minutes rather. That's really long. It's really important. You only really want to use it when you absolutely have to. Otherwise, if you're playing against people who are smart, they will go ahead and straight up time it and be like, "Hey, Vayne doesn't have a flash. Excuse me. We should gank her." It's one of those things that people always keep track of because it's so important. So what I did here is I bought Phantom Dancer. So a little bit of the reasoning behind how I buy items is based upon what is readily necessary. So I'm building Blade of the Rune King on Vayne in particular because it synchronizes really well with their W, which does, at the level that it is right now, at level 4, it does 7% of the enemy's maximum HP as true damage every turn attack. Alright. We're fighting here. So I really want to keep him in the lane so I can dump him right there. I kept up with him by orb blocking. That's basically how Vayne works. So yeah, the reason why I built Blade of the Rune King is because of my W. It synchronizes really well with it. The reason why I built Phantom Dancer is so that I can get a little bit extra punch to my auto attacks. Pretty much it gives me attack speed and critical chance, which is 2 stats in the game that actually move together very well. That work together very well. And it also gives me bonus movement speed, which is really good on Vayne. Movement speed is just as important as attack speed on AD carries, at least if you have the mechanics to back it up. Primarily just because you're going to be cutting a lot. So the more movement speed you have, see I used Humble to dodge advantage. The more movement speed you have, the more gap you can create between your auto attacks, which is really good for AD carry. And as soon as I'm able to, team fight and really show you how AD carries and team fights work, you should see why that movement speed is so valuable. So, like I said before, I shouldn't actually really be pushed this forward in the lane for so long. If I were playing against humans, they would straight up have roamed over here and killed me several times. So, for the sake of getting into a team fight phase, I'm just going to roam here. So it's really important to try to ward important parts of the map. So warding can be really confusing when you're first starting. Because there's so much fucking map. You're just like, yo, where do I even ward in the first place? I see that my teammates having trouble here. Benefits of having the unlocked camera. So I'm gonna ulti and tumble, so I'm stealthed right now. They have no idea that I'm here. I just tumbled through his ultimate. Alright, so this is actually a really bad fight for me. But I'm keeping my distance. And he hasn't landed a single auto attack on me. That's generally how AD carries should work. especially Vayne. Like, I used my tumble whenever it was up. I had a really shitty condemn right there, but I made up for it by still kiting anyways. And I ended up making a play out of it and getting a triple kill. Like, Vayne doesn't have to be flashy. She really doesn't. She doesn't have to be all sorts of fucking crazy, always 1v3 all the time. Really, Vayne rewards herself just by kiting. For every single step you take backwards between auto attacks, the more cost effective she's being. And this goes true for almost pretty much every AD carry, but especially Vayne, because you can very quickly shift the momentum when they start running away and realizing that it's a bad fight by using your Night Hunter passive to catch up to them. So I'm coming up here because this tower is getting pushed on by Cassiopeia. So I'm going to go ahead and just start fighting her. She just shouldn't fight up. Alright, so mid's getting pushed. So this is a really important part about looking at your minimap. Where my mouse is, like, you should always be looking at your minimap and seeing pushing waves towards you. As an AD carry, you're always gonna be looking for farm. It's important to train your eyes to read waves and seeing where farm is going to be next. If you haven't noticed, this entire game I have not stopped farming, and if I have stopped farming, it's because I'm fighting. That's how AD carries work. You should always have the mentality of farming until your team needs you to be a certain place to deliver damage, because that is obviously your role. So I condemned him against the wall, and he managed to catch up to me. So that should really be the only reason why you stay point blank to somebody, is if you want to stay ambiguous as to what direction you're running. I was certain that I could beat him because I had better items than him. So I was sticking to him point blank and waiting for him to choose a direction to move so that I could follow him. Because if I automatically started retreating in that instance, he could have just turned around and bailed out of the fight, and I would have just lost out on the kill. So it's really important to be hitting tab and checking your opponent's items and getting a general feel of, you know, who could I take. So speaking of items. Okay, so what I did right there was I just tumble condemn. I buffered my condemn with tumble to condemn her against the wall, because I was actually originally out of position until I tumbled up here and condemned her here. But the reason why I built Last Whisper is because, like, their entire team is building armor, and Last Whisper, if you read it, your physical damage ignores 35% of your target's armor. So it's a really fucking good item. That was a mistake. Okay, I live. I ordinarily should be dead right there.
Ally has been slain. Your team has destroyed an inhibitor.
So this Jarvan's gonna pick a fight with me. At this point, my final hour is level 3, so it's on a pretty fucking short cooldown. It's like about 70 seconds. So I can pretty much have it up at any given moment to try to fight multiple people. Unless they do shit. So I just used Tumble to dodge Ziggs' bomb right there. I made the mistake of not dodging the Malphite ulti, but it's okay because I used heal. I'm still alive. I'm on the back line, but this is only because their tanks are completely ignoring me. Ordinarily, you should always be fighting whomever is closest to you. Condemn him against the turret debris, and chase him down. At no point in that fight did I ever panic or hesitate or misclick or anything. You should always be looking for your target and see how you can maintain the distance between yourself and them